All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Prophet John here. Okay, so Will and Jada sat down at the red table. I wonder why it's called red table, by the way. Red carpet, red table. You guys already know what that is all about. Blood sacrifices, Satanism, worshiping, Illuminati worship. That's why you're on a red carpet, not a white carpet, right? I'm pretty sure God's people are on a white carpet, right? Or blue or something else. But these people have to be on a red carpet, red bottoms, red table, right? Has to be red for them. Okay, but anyways, Jada Pinkett Smith addresses August Alsina's relationship while separated from Will Smith. I don't even believe any of the stuff they say. By the way, these people are weird. Weird. These people are the weirdest people on the planet Earth. Um, and they so she confirmed to Will was there with her at the red table. She wanted to bring herself to the red table, so Will said, spit it out. What do you have to say? And she's like, well, I had a thing with R&B singer August Alsina during our breakup period. But remember, these people have an open relationship, so they've been seeing other people the whole time they've been married. So the fact that they're like, yeah, while we were broken up, but you're still married. It doesn't matter if you're split. And that's the crazy part about it. Like, you're still married. You didn't divorce. You split. So you're still married. You're not boyfriend. This is not boyfriend and girlfriend, Jada Pinkett Smith. It's ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. The lies of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith and Hollywood. It's why you should not never be a part of this stuff. It's just these people are just complete liars, right? First of all, they have had an open relationship. Everybody in Hollywood knows that they have an open relationship. Okay. So everybody in Hollywood knows they have an open relationship. So the fact that they're even talking about this is ridiculous. Oh, when we split, you're still married, Jada. Doesn't matter if you split. So you're telling me that if I have a wife and me and her are having disagreements, and she goes to her mother's house for 2 weeks, I can then bring girls over and just have all the fun I want, even though I'm still married. It's not boyfriend and girlfriend where you split and you're no longer together. If you're married, I mean, this is unbelievable. But this is how they trick people. And well, they were split, and you can see all the people on social media. Well, at least they were split though when she was with August. Excuse me, they were married. Doesn't matter if you split or not, as long as you're still married with a ring and contractually married, you're still married. Doesn't matter what you do. You can sleep in different rooms. You're still married. You can sleep in different houses. You're still contractually married. Okay, it doesn't matter. You could split for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months. You're still married until you get a divorce. You are still married, and so under those rules, this is adultery. Right, but of course she didn't bring any of that stuff up. They didn't bring any of that stuff up. No, these people will not bring that up. Oh well, if she split, then I guess that's fine. No, she's still married. That's adultery. Okay, and Will has the right that if he wanted to walk away, he could walk away with all of her stuff, right? Because that's what women do to men. If you're a man and you commit adultery in a marriage, the woman gets half of everything you have, right, and more. They'll give the woman even more for pain and suffering. So Will Smith has been pain and suffered in the public eye, apparently, and so he could walk away with all his stuff because he's already rich, and he could walk away with more than 50% of Jada Pinkett stuff and leave her destitute or whatever or demolished. You know what I mean? He can leave her with nothing, really. You know what I mean? Because he's been publicly humiliated, right? But now he said, but in the video he says, "Look, I mean, we're gonna, I guess shout out to bad marriages or something like that." They said, he said he's never gonna leave her, and he made a pact that he will never divorce her, and they will go down together in a bad marriage if they had to. But remember, they have an open marriage. So they've always been sleeping with other people in their marriage. It's all over Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood knows that. right? Oh yeah, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have an open relationship. Yeah, they do. I saw Will at the party the other day. He was on some girls and guys, right? so this is not something secret, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people when they saw this were probably laughing because like, Will, you were just with a girl the other day, in Hollywood Springs. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but this is the phony of Hollywood. Okay, and but this is what it is, and also they dismissed the idea that Will gave had given his blessings for August Alsina to be with Jada Pinkett. I'm pretty sure he did give his blessings because they were in an open relationship. Okay, so when August Alsina comes there and they're helping him out with his eyesight, 'cause remember he had problem with his eyes and his health, and they talked about that as well. Okay, and so Will, he's like, yo, I wanna be with Jada real quick, and Will's probably like, yo, do your thing, bro, because I ain't with her, I ain't hitting it, I'm hitting something else, I'm hitting some other girls, in Hollywood. So she free, she lonely right now, go do your thing, right? That's probably what Will told them because they're in an open marriage. They're in an open relationship marriage, which is the weirdest thing I've ever. Might as well just be single if you're gonna do that, right? But whatever. So this is what they're doing. So August Alsina says he gave him his blessing to hang out with his wife and be around his wife. So Will's like, nah, I ain't do that. I ain't say that. No, yes you did, Will. Yes you did. Okay. Now there's also a one of those childhood actors. I think there's several of them. The childhood actors from Nickelodeon and Disney and all those networks from back in the '90s. They putting out all these videos saying Will raped them and all types of stuff, molested them and everything. Right, and they're not talking about that. Will's not going to the red table about that, though, is he? Right? And so there's a lot of people that are saying Will Smith did something bad to them when they were children, right? So there's a couple of people that have come out and said stuff like that, and this is what happens in Hollywood, though. They what's his name? Mr. Home Alone talked about it. Macaulay Culkin talked about how they prey on children and things like that. We all know that because there's a lot of sex trafficking in Hollywood as well. There's a lot of blood sacrifices on children. It's a sick place. They drink a lot of blood. They do all that demonic stuff, but they also prey on children, and this is why we see a lot of children in TV shows and movies and in Hollywood, because they love children, they love preying on children. Okay, and so Macaulay Culkin talks about that in great detail and how they would try to prey on him and others, and for some reason, he was able to escape all that. And that probably ruined the rest of his career from Home Alone, and then doing some of I think he did the movie The Good Son and some other stuff like that. But his career didn't, wasn't it wasn't like Eddie Murphy's or other people or Will Smith's because he called out Hollywood on that stuff, and he talks about that stuff, and he's hiding. I think he's not hiding, but he's in Europe most of the time, and because he's staying away from Hollywood. But yeah, this is what the life of young. I'm pretty sure Raven Simone and all these Hollywood children are just weird, right? Raven Simone just weird. These people are all weird, is because they grow up in these cultures that on TV it looks like it's beautiful and cool to be around, but behind the scenes it's pedophilia and all types of demonic rituals and stuff, and so their minds are twisted and they grow up very very weird people. Even though they might have money because of all the success they've made, they're still weird people, really really weird people. They're removed from society, and they're really, a lot of them are just really weird people. Um, so this is what's going on in Hollywood. And so Jada Pinkett says, "Look, I had a relationship with August Alsina while we were split up, but you're still married, so that's adultery." Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't care what you say. She's trying to make herself act like she's not HOE, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna say she's this or that. I'm not gonna disrespect women like that, but but she said I was hurting and I was lonely and hurting in that time. You were still married, Jada, so it doesn't really matter. You can make all the excuses in the world. You didn't file for divorce, and so you were still married when you did what you did. So that's adultery. Anyways, peace out. God bless, and don't be Hollywood. Don't even think of joining Hollywood. Stay away from these people. These people are satanic, and they can put all the images they want. They can smile all they want, but inside they are hurting. They are hurting because they have sold their souls and taken the oath of Baphomet, and they know where they're going. They're not going to the place of virtue. They're not going to the place of freedom. They're not going to the place of holiness. They're not going to the place of love. They're going to the place of darkness. And that's why they hurt inside. That's why Kanye hurts inside. That's why all of these people like Chris Brown do all these crazy stuff, because they're hurting inside for the love of Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Eyes open.